So basically, I'm suing my ex-boyfriend for fraud because for 2 months he was using my photos, all my likeness, making all this money, and didn't give me any of the profit. And that wasn't our initial agreement.
All right, so take me back. You guys were in a relationship.
Yes.
How many years?
About 2 years.
So 2 years you were in a relationship.
Yeah.
And how did this OnlyFans thing come up?
Well, I wanted to be a spicy dancer at first, but the agreement was to not do that. So instead of finding,
A spicy dancer.
an exotic dancer.
Oh.
But
So you wanted to be an exotic dancer.
Yes, but to respect the relationship, we decided, let's just do this virtually so that I'm not with any customers in person, and then I even invited him on board to even help me with the account and everything, so even he knows what's going on, and it kind of builds some trust and some transparency between us. And I make money, he makes money, vice versa.
So did you all decide together that you would do an OnlyFans page, or you decided I'll do an OnlyFans and asked him if he'd be okay with it?
We decided together.
All right, so you remember that decision, Mr. Woodson?
Yes, it was, she texted me asking about the OnlyFans.
Anybody have that text?
I do.
So when she texted you, your response was?
It's right there.
I wasn't sure about it, and I told her that we can speak more about it when I got home.
All right, so you just threw it out there. What you think about OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and you say, did you have time to think about me starting an OnlyFans? You say, yeah. I've been thinking about it, and I'm not sure if I'm down with the whole lifestyle. And then you said, well, we'd be in it together. It'd be a great source of income. We'd be in this 50-50. You say, okay, tentative yes, but let's chat when I get home. So the yes was tentative. Tentative. So at some point, you all started the OnlyFans page.
Yeah.
Who set up the account?
I did.
You set it up?
Yes.
Under your name?
I used her name, but as far as setting up the bank account and all that stuff where the money goes to, all the bio information, I did all of that.
You added all of that?
Yes.
You did the physical setting up, but the account was in her name because it was her OnlyFans?
Yes.
But you did the work?
Yes.
Did the bank account that the funds deposited into, was that her account alone, or was that a joint account between you and Ms. Brinkman?
It was actually my own account, but I would send her cut every month.
It was in her name, but the bank account information was yours?
Yes.
Then you would send her, did you go with the 50-50
Yes.
split?
I actually have evidence of that.
Let me see that. So you went with the 50-50 split, and every month when y'all get paid, you'd send 50% to her?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Oh, and y'all even did a little agreement on a piece of paper. We agreed to co-run, and you put the name of your account and split it 50-50. You signed it. These are your signatures. All right. And then here are your payments you made to her. 1 month was $2,000. Consistently for 5 months. You were in your business.
Yes.
And on this OnlyFans, I'm scared to ask, but what were you doing on there?
Selling my feetsies.
Oh, pictures of your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. No, I've actually read that before. People are into feet.
Yeah, if you have really nice feet, they can sell.
So you would show your feet, and you guys were collecting money. Well, it seems like you all were making a lot of extra income. You didn't have to take your clothes off. You just had to take your shoes off. So how did this go wrong?
Wow, that's an interesting subject. It's just fascinating to me that people would pay that kind of money to see feet. It just reminds me of Dr. Seuss for some reason. There is a foot book. You guys who are parents, you probably know what I'm talking about. But isn't it amazing that this could be a sustainable business for someone who is struggling, for somebody who is comfortable doing it? It's just amazing to me that we have so many people who are into that stuff. And when it comes to the business arrangements between the two of them, it does sound to me he's a little bit more technically and financially savvy than her, and that's the reason he decided to set up the account a certain way, which makes perfect sense as long as you stay together. However, the moment you guys break up, it's gonna all blow up straight into your faces, and something tells me that's exactly what's going to happen with these two. Let's go back.
According to him, I had decided to sell my socks on the side on a separate account, not an OnlyFans account, just like a separate Etsy, Shopify type shop. And using those same customers.
That I helped build.
That's how I sold my socks. And about 2 months in, when I was like finally getting some revenue, I had told him about it and he didn't like it. So he broke up with me when it wasn't his business in the first place. But he broke up with me, and then I had decided to kind of step away for a little bit, take a break from the OnlyFans, because if our relationship has issues, that means our business is gonna have issues. So I stepped away.
Not necessarily, but if you're not mature enough to do both.
Right. He didn't like it, stopped it for a second. The agreement was that if I'm in, then he's in, but if I'm out, he's out. Like, it's 50-50, but he continued it, so.
Now, I read the little paper. It doesn't say that.
Well, isn't that what a 50-50 agreement is, though?
No, a 50-50
So
split in profits. You specifically said OnlyFans page and split the profits 50-50.
If I agree to step away, that means he still steps away, too.
Why?
That wasn't in the agreement.
It's not in the agreement, but that's not you. So you can't make money pretending to be me, whether it's photos that were taken beforehand or afterhand. It don't make sense.
But my point is, what if you never posted another photo, but the account generated another $100 a month just from new people jumping on?
Then I feel like we can still split that profit, but he's pretending to be me, though. He was selling like my socks that I left at his apartment after we broke up.
I asked her to come pick it up. She never came back. She said I can throw it in the trash. So I saw a revenue stream.
That's
Wait a
pretending
minute.
to be me.
So I want to understand this, because I actually, from the testimony, can understand what both of you all intended. Did you say, hey, just understanding, we're going to do a joint venture, and then if we want to do our own independent things outside of that, we're okay? Did you have that understanding? Did you say that expressly?
Yes.
Did she say that expressly, Mr. Woodson?
No, she didn't.
So what was your understanding?
So when I found out she was selling her socks on the Etsy shop, I felt betrayed. The sock venture was a byproduct of the OnlyFans. So again, my work being used somewhere else and I'm not getting paid for. That's like my whole argument.
Was she like putting the socks on the OnlyFans and showing people take socks off, but then selling the socks on the Etsy page? Were there any socks on your OnlyFans page before you all broke up?
No.
And then was there any pictures of socks?
Just feet.
My take is he's a tiny bit overreacting. Maybe she did make a mistake of not discussing it with him beforehand, but to me, why don't you cheer for the girl? She decided to do something on her own without your help, and we didn't really get into how much she was making by selling the socks, but if, again, she was successful in doing that, then I suggest just applaud and cheer for the woman who is with you, who came up with this whole idea and is successful at it. Back into the courtroom.
Did she ever say to you, hey, I really think I want to start an additional business?
She brought it up briefly, but I just wasn't trying to.
So once you found that out, you felt betrayed. What did you do?
I broke it off. I felt kind of bad, and I didn't want to be with her anymore.
You felt betrayed. You felt like you went out and made some money without me. I don't like that, because you convinced me to do the OnlyFans page. I finally agreed. I set up everything for you. We're doing fine. We're doing 50-50. Now you want to go make extra money. And is it so much that she went to make the extra money, or is it that she didn't tell you?
It's more that she didn't tell me.
Right.
I told him, hey, I've been selling socks for about 2 months.
But you did it for 60 days before you told him.
Yes. I was still going to tell him. I wasn't going to not tell him that I was selling socks on the side.
Okay, were you going to tell him, and were you going to split any portion of those profits with him?
I had no intention of splitting it.
All right, so you had no intentions of splitting the profit. So I'm seeing how much money here. There is a graph that shows how much money was made on this OnlyFans. November and December, you all made $8,500 together, or was this the socks?
November, December is what he decided to do without me.
Oh, so for November, December on the OnlyFans page, you made $8,500.
Yes, I logged her out of the OnlyFans account.
He changed the password and everything.
Oh, you got real mad.
Yeah.
Are you posting pictures of other people's feet pretending to be her, or are you just posting more pictures that you've taken, but she just is no longer, doesn't have access to the account?
That's correct. I'm just using all the pictures I've taken in the past and just basically
So he's
reselling.
like not even
I've heard
making new
enough.
content.
You all agreed to operate an OnlyFans together. You didn't agree how you were going to get out of that if you all fell out. That's the problem. The thing is, Mr. Woodson, just because you get mad that she starts another venture where you decide she's betrayed you and hasn't included you, which I agree, it was a little bit shady. However, you can't change the passcode and collect the profits on something you all agreed to split 50-50. You did not agree to do the sock business. You did not advertise or offshoot this business on the OnlyFans page. It's something she started on her own. And Ms. Brinkman, I hope that what you've made off of these socks, right, what you've gained is worth what you lost in a relationship. Because at the end of the day, if he decides he doesn't want to be in a relationship with you anymore, that's fine. But you cannot take the 50% of the profits that were made and keep them from her. So it has been determined by this court, judgment for the plaintiff for half of the $8,500 that was made on OnlyFans, that is $4,250. Court is adjourned.
$8,500 a month. Guys, whoever is struggling or needs some extra income, that's an idea. And it sounds like it pays really, really well. I can see why the judge decided to split the profits because that's exactly how it was set up. And although now she's no longer part of that page or that business, but he's still profiting from her being on the site. They're not paying for him or his pictures. They're paying for her pictures. She did her part of the work, so pay the lady. Although it was smart on their part to draw any sort of a contract, I do believe it is a mistake for a boyfriend and a girlfriend to enter such an agreement, unless they are specific about everything that's involved in the business side of the deal and have the contract professionally drawn. And don't get offended. It's fine. She went out and did some business on her own and set it up, and she's the one who made it a success. That has nothing to do with the boyfriend. However, he decided to get mad instead of just support her all the way. What did you guys think about this case? Who do you think was in the right? Please put it in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.